Hey, so I just paid my respect to the sun and I've done a part of my morning routine, and now we're going to talk about what? We're going to talk about generational wealth today. Okay, so what is generational wealth? Most people, when they think about wealth building, they only think about their lifetime, that how much amount of money they will need in order to retire and then not having to worry about money. Okay, so they just think that much, that okay, how can I live a comfortable life? What amount of money will it take? That's what's the mindset of most people. What's generational wealth is that you don't have to worry about money, but also the subsequent generations also don't have to worry about money. So that you make so much money, you build such wealth that even your subsequent generations don't have to worry about money. That is generational wealth. Now you can study how to build generational wealth. There are different ways to do it, but a very useful and a very interesting way to do that is to just build businesses, and then either you take investment and grow that business very fast to a level that you make amass a lot of wealth. So let's say, for example, like Elon Musk and maybe if we take Indian example, then Mukesh Ambani. These people have generational wealth. Their subsequent generations will not necessarily require to work to be able to sustain themselves. And what they've done is they've just built companies and then taken investment into them and then grown those companies. So that's one way. Another way of doing that is you just build companies, small companies, and just sell those companies. Okay, you build companies and sell companies, build companies, sell companies. Just keep doing that on repeat. So as a result, you don't have to give away a percentage equity because you're selling the entire business, so you don't have to worry about the business anymore. But you're also getting a lot of money in return by just selling that business. And then when you do that on repeat, that wealth just multiplies over time, and that way you build a generational wealth for yourself. Okay, so I think this is a concept that not many are familiar with, but should be familiar with. You should be thinking and you should be aiming to build generational wealth. Not saying that that your future generation don't have to work, but it's fun, I think, to build generational wealth, that your future generation don't have to worry about money and they can just enjoy life if they want to, and do more meaningful things, maybe, or maybe even for yourself. If you at least have to build wealth for yourself for this entire lifetime at least. So that is your goal, and building generational wealth isn't that much difficult from just building wealth for one lifetime. So you're preparing for a retirement. Instead of that, you prepare for retirement for the next 3, 4, 5 generations, and that is about building generational wealth. Not easy, but I feel that more people should be aware of this concept. So because only when you're aware of the concept, then you can choose that, do I want to follow this concept or not follow this concept. So I made you aware of this concept. Now you can choose, do you want to go for generational wealth, building generational wealth, or are you fine with building wealth for just one lifetime and that's it? You can think about it. Okay, now I'm going to get down, do some work, and we'll meet you later with my reading session. Hey, so today we're going to read this blog by Morgan Housel called Money Rules, which is most probably derived from his book, which is called The Psychology of Money. You should definitely get the book and read it if you already haven't. Now let's read the blog. Barry Ritholtz asked people for the top 10 money rules last week. Here are mine. What money can and can't do for you isn't intuitive. So most people are surprised at how they feel when they suddenly have more or less than before. Money makes it easy to mistake optimism good with gullibility, dangerous, and overconfidence, disastrous. Getting rich and staying rich are different things that require different skills. The formula for how to do well with money is simple. The behaviors you battle while implementing that formula are hard. Save more money and be more patient is too simple for most people to take seriously, but it's the best solution to most financial problems. Expectations move slower than reality on the ground, so it's easy to become frustrated when clinging to the economic trends of a previous era. Everything is relative. John D. Rockefeller was asked how much money was enough and said, just a little bit more. Everyone at every income tends to feel the same. Spending money to show people how much money you have is the fastest way to have less money. Debt removes options. No one is impressed with your possessions as much as you are. So these were just a very quick set of rules, or the main derivatives from the amazing book that he has written already called The Psychology of Money. And I've read that the entire book already, and there are so many lessons that you can derive from it. And most importantly, one that I would like to share with people is with y'all is that patience is the most important factor in determining how much wealth you build. The things that show that you possess money are the materialistic things that actually do not portray your wealth. Those are just things, those are depreciating at a fast pace. Your wealth is something that cannot be seen. And if you want to build that wealth, you have to be patient and you have to not buy a lot of things and buy more of, or rather invest more than you buy stuff. That is how you build wealth. And it's a game of patience, that when everyone is doing something, then probably you should do the opposite. In many cases, that's the case. There is no one rule fits all kind of thing, but you need to think for yourself. That's very important when it comes to money. If you just start doing what everyone else is doing, you're going to end up screwed. That is how stocks work. That is how markets work. You have to do your own analysis and then see where you put your money. This is very important. And patience is the number one factor in building your wealth over the long term. So when it comes to money, always think of the long term. Don't try to look rich at the present moment. Try to be rich for the long term. That's the goal. Thank you so much. Hey, so now we're towards the end of the day, and this was a pretty decent day and not incredibly productive because I didn't do a lot of things, but I did the most important things that I was holding back on for some days. So that's a good one. So I will try to be more productive tomorrow and do more things tomorrow and be more structured tomorrow. Okay, see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.